will be in your home and have access to the snakes that live with you. And just have a sense of your connection, your relationship to these snakes, how you feel being with them, what their purposes are in your life. Just explore that a moment.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of love, but I still also feel that like, oof.
Mm-hmm. How safe are these snakes?
They're totally safe.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about being close to them and having access to information with them and through them.
Okay, for just a moment, be close to them and have access to that information with them and through them. And notice what you receive from the snakes. What comes?
Sense of being really in one's body and living present, so in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, from the joy of just being in that moment.
Just have a sense of that.
Mm-hmm.
Just have a sense of that as you're with the snakes.
Yeah, there's something that like in that, there's like this way of accessing this everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like reaching into through a portal or something, like reaching into this expanded consciousness.
Mm-hmm. So in this expanded consciousness that you're reaching into, experience for a moment your life, who you are. What's that like?
It's very joyous and full and really clear, and I have lots of it's just being with people and being really clear on what I am there to do with people.
Mm-hmm. What are you there to do with people? What's your purpose?
Just to experience the experience I was sharing with you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And to experience that with other people.
Yes. Okay. So move to the experience that ends all this. the event or circumstance that changes your life. What happens?
Someone just comes and says, no.
What is the person saying no to?
What I'm doing and what just having access to that expanded awareness.
Mm-hmm. Someone says no to that. By what authority does this person say no to you?
It's the church.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't get a clear, I don't get a clear vision of what that looks like.
Right. What's your response to the no?
That it's not up to them to decide that for me or anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Is that an inner or an outer response?
It's an outer response.
Mm-hmm. And when you give that outer response that it's up to you, it's not up to them, what happens?
Well, there is a sense that my home is surrounded,
Yes.
and at that point it doesn't really matter
What doesn't matter?
that I'm saying no.
Ah. What happens? What happens next?
I'm just seeing this woman, I guess, or myself, just hanging from the wall or something with some sort of knife or something in the center of my...
Mm-hmm. Okay. Who put the knife in the center? How did that happen?
Men from the church who think that I'm evil, who actually believe that that's...
So what's the consequence of this knife wound for you? What happens?
Oh, I'm definitely dead.
You're dead. And what do they do with your body?
It's just hanging there with the knife or the sword, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And what are your thoughts and feelings as you're aware of your body hanging there?
I'm just thinking about the book.
What are you thinking about? What about the book?
It's almost like it disappears.
It disappears. Okay, let's go to the scene that we began with, which was feeling like you're on a board. Your body's on a board. You're not in the body. You're in front of it. And just notice what they're doing to your body. When you revisit that, what are you aware of?
Well, I feel like whoever found me took me down from the wall and just laid me down on my bed. And there's something about the snakes, and then my body just like decomposing there.
Yeah.
And there's some sort of way that the snakes moving around and through my body is a healing from the snakes.
Healing for the snakes?
From the snakes.
From the snakes. Okay. When we first began, you described your jerking and emptiness sensation. How does that relate to this experience, if at all?
Just having the not being able to imagine sort of a snake, on my body or touching my skin without twitching.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess in seeing the experience of my relationship with them and sort of feeling into that, feels like that shifts the need to